How's it going, Glowforgers? Today I wanted to give you a tour of my craft room. So I'm currently taking things down and boxing them up because my wife and I are moving to Wisconsin. We're gonna go be cheeseheads and kick it with the cows. Now really we're gonna be moving to Wisconsin to be closer to family. We've got a lot of great family up there, so we're gonna be moving next month. So we are packing things up. I'm taking things down in my craft room, and I thought I'd give you guys a quick look at my workspace for the last year before I take it down. So I'll give you a tour. I'll start off with this wall that I'm on here. It's normally the wall that I do YouTube videos on. You've recognized it. So this serves as a backdrop and a whiteboard wall. So I used to have one big whiteboard that I'd draw everything on, then everything got merged together. So I thought I'd separate everything out into its own little category. So this big board right here is kind of my ideation sketching board. Any kind of noteworthy thought, or if I need to sketch out the details of how some parts are going to fit together, I'll do it here. This is kind of a quote, some kind of quote of the week that might be inspiring. I might throw that up there. Over here I got a product list. That's kind of the master product list. Any product that I think might have merit that I could sell. Down here this is kind of my prototyping board. So I'll show you what this one looks like. So I have each product kind of broken up into stages. So this blue sticky note is a modern clock that I'm working on. I actually have it sitting right up there if you want to see that. It's got some dry erase board marker written on it because it's a prototype. So that's the first prototype, so that one's gone. Next I need to do a final prototype. When I do the final prototype, I'll pull that one off, test market, still kind of learning what that's about, if I make a Facebook post and see if people respond to it or not. Then I got to work on the packaging. How am I going to package this thing and then price it? So the idea is break up the product into steps, and then I can pull off each sticky note when I complete them. So that's helped me kind of stay organized a little bit. And then over there, or from there, we move over to this board, which is kind of the finalizing board. And so here we got a few more steps. We got photographing. I got to take some nice pictures of it. I got to market it, create an Amazon listing or Etsy, create an initial batch. I like to sell on Amazon, so I'll create a batch and then ship it to Amazon, and then Amazon will ship the individual projects for me. And then that's kind of rubbed off, but ship it. So yeah, kind of the idea behind that was to kind of help me get organized, break up the whole process into individual steps, and give me kind of individual actionable items that I can focus on. Because if I focus on the whole thing, I kind of get overwhelmed. So it's helped me kind of segment it and break it up. Oh, so this is really cool. I kind of geek out about this. So at first, when I wanted the whiteboards up because I like whiteboards, but I didn't want to drill holes in my nice backdrop. And at first I had all my boards just on the bare wall with this kind of French cleat idea here, but as you can see I need to screw that into the wall. So I'm like, how do I attach it to the wall without putting holes in my board? So what I did is I put magnets. I got magnets all around here. I think I used Gorilla Glue to hold them on there. And so when it's time to shoot a YouTube video, I'll just pull all these down real quick. And yeah, they'll come down really quick, and then I can shoot a YouTube video, then I can put them right back. Sometimes it's kind of hard to find out where they go again. There we go. But yeah, they're pretty sturdy. The magnets are really super strong. So this board doesn't lay flat on the wall. It actually sits off the wall about 1 inch, and so I have another strong magnet on the other side of the board to kind of hold it in place. So I thought that was a really cool idea. If I had more space, I'd have a room dedicated for, YouTube videos or something, but I don't. Okay, so here is the closet that turned into my computing workstation. My wife and I are renting an apartment, and this was just a closet that had sliding doors on it. So I took the doors down and took the shelves down and put up my own shelves. I put that backdrop up here to kind of make it look nice, kind of make my own kind of warm, nature feeling computing workstation. This desk is a desk that I made from a piece of wood that I found at IKEA. That was a scrap piece to something. Got the nice sit-stand desk. I hate sitting, so it's usually in the standing up position. And then I got some IKEA shelves I put up here. A lot of folders to keep track of receipts, expenses, things like that. Lots of expenses. I buy too much. As you can see in the supplies one, there's no supplies on there because I'm always buying them. So, yeah. And then I got a printer stuck back in here. Some other shelves. And then I got this sweet printer here. If you can see it, a Brother. So it's a shipping label printer. So what my wife and I have been doing is using our regular inkjet printer to print out labels like this. But they're really big, and they're kind of too big for the product, so we would trim them down. That was just extra work, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to spend a couple $100 and just buy a printer. This thing's phenomenal. If you don't have one, I highly recommend getting one. So I'll put a link in the description if you want to check it out. The first time I printed a label with that thing, I got my money back. I'm like, it's worth it. So from this crazy method that I was doing. This is just a cabinet for all my wife's crafting supplies. She's pretty crafty, so that's all her stuff. So I thought I'd be gracious and give her a tiny little section. I usually have prototypes up there, but they are packed away. Over here is usually packaging supplies. This is pretty cool. I'll show you this real quick. So this is a product that my friend and I just came out with. Obviously we didn't make it on the Glowforge. We had it made at some machine shop. And the idea is it holds regular mouth mason jars. And, you know, let's go check it out right now. You have a better idea if I actually show it to you in action. So we'll take a little trip over to the pantry. Hopefully the kitchen's not too dirty. Okay, so here it is. This is what this is. So before, this shelf used to look like this shelf, but way worse. All of these were in bags, and we had no idea which one's the sugar, which one's the cornmeal or whatever. So I actually did this just this week. We just came out with this product. It just got on Amazon just like a few weeks ago. So this is new, and I absolutely love it. I love having everything just clean and organized, and you can just grab them easily and put them back. So it's not a Glowforge related item, but super cool. I love it. I like staying organized. So if you want to pick some of those up, they are on sale right now, 2 for $15. I'll put a link in the description below. My wife just came up with a really cool idea too. She's like, you know, I think I'm going to use those for my craft supplies. Put, you know, maybe mount them underneath, you know, a shelf like that, and fill them full of beads or whatever crafting materials that she has. So I'll probably do something like that in the next craft room in Wisconsin myself. So more packaging supplies up there. Bubble mailers, actually those are packed up, poly bags, things like that. So this area over here, so we had the whiteboard, ideation board over there, kind of the computing workstation. This kind of station over here, I like to refer to it as the assembly area. So any kind of laser cutting project that I have that needs to be glued or assembled happens over here. I got my own dedicated light shining straight down on it. So like these, for example, I'm going to be packing these up. So these are some coasters I made recently. I absolutely love them. They turned out really pretty. But so these, I glued all these little squares together, so I would do that gluing over here on this table. And so that is that. So yeah, I got all my supplies, some IKEA shelves, got some wood glue, got some different kinds of glues here. I made this little box. You know, I used to use some of these super glues from like Home Depot or Lowe's, but then I found this Bob Smith Industries stuff. If you guys haven't tried this, if you're looking for a good high quality super glue, highly recommend Bob Smith Industry. Really, really nice stuff. So I'll link that in the description if you want to check it out. But I don't even use this stuff anymore. I just use that. It's been really nice. 3D printed a little hot glue gun holder. So yeah, things like that. Paintbrushes for smearing glue, things like that. I really love this thing that I laser cut to organize my sandpaper. I was trying to figure out how I'm going to organize them in a nice, way to grab them, so I made that. So that's about it, really. Camera supplies for shooting videos. Today I have a cameraman or camera woman helping me out. My wife, thank you. Okay, so over here, we have a 3D printer cabinet. 3D printers in there that are running almost 24/7 printing parts. This is kind of the staging area for the reducers that I make for the 6-inch AC Infinity Fan. Also making a lot of these guys lately, so that all happens in that cabinet. This used to be my inspiration board. What I would do every time I would find a really cool project online, some cool light fixture, like that guy for example, I think that's a really cool light fixture. I would take a picture of it, print it out, and then tack it on the board just to kind of inspire me to, I don't know, come up with new thoughts, and then tack it up on the board with that thing. But yeah, taking everything down, packing it up to get ready to ship to Wisconsin. Over here is the Glowforge table, and there's no Glowforge on it. Where'd it go? So my friend Marcus, who helped make that mason jar holder, he was really wanting to get a Glowforge Basic, but they were back ordered. And so I've been really wanting a Pro really bad. I really been wanting that pass-through slot for some bigger projects that I have. And so I sold him my Plus for a good deal, and I'm going to be ordering a Glowforge Pro really soon. And instead of ordering it, using it for like a month, packing it back up, put it in a U-Haul and transfer it to Wisconsin, I figured I'll just buy it once I get to Wisconsin. I don't want it traveling more on the road than it has to in a bumpy U-Haul van 3,000 miles across the country. So yeah, I kind of got this kind of waterfall shaped desk, just something kind of creative, something different. This was all made out of scrap pieces of wood that I found at IKEA. Again, with these shelves are usually jam-packed full of wood and acrylic. If you guys haven't checked out Smoky Tide's laser supplies, check them out. Really great wood. That's usually where I get all my wood from. But that's usually filled with Smoky Tide's laser wood and acrylic. And then I was using the Glowforge air filter, which I would store under here. And then I cut out a 4-inch hole for the exhaust hose, and that would just go straight down into the air filter underneath, and then another hole for the cord. I'll show you what I did for when I was running the inline fan. I mounted the little inline fan switch right here, so that was kind of nice. I would just reach over and just hit the switch a couple times to turn on the fan. And I'll show you this. When I was venting out the window, this was my window insert. So my wife and I rent, and I was going to do a wood one, but then I don't want to draw attention to ourselves and have someone be like, the heck are they doing in that room over there? So I thought I'd make a clear one, that way it just looks like a window and it blends in. So I picked this up at a acrylic supplier that's right down the road from me, and I just went back and got a scrap piece and cut it down a little bit, and then just 3D printed a little thing on the end to put the hose on. But now that I have the Glowforge air filter, I don't need to vent out the window, but that's what I did use before that. That worked out really well. Broken down 3D printer that I got to put together. So yeah, that's about it. I kind of mounted these crazy lights up top. I just got 4 lights, 1 light for each workstation, and I was going to do a better cable management system, but never got around to it. So now we're moving, so maybe I'll do something nicer at the next craft room. So well, this is it. It's been fun. It's been a great room. A lot of great projects were made. A lot of great videos were filmed in this room too. But it's time to close the chapter on Arizona and move to Wisconsin. So if I go dark for a couple months, that's because I'm busy unpacking and setting up my new place in Wisconsin. But I will return back here and make more videos. I got a lot more video ideas coming up that I'd love to do. And also, I think I'll give away some of those reducers that I had sitting over there. If you want a couple of reducers, just shoot me a comment below. I'll ship out some to you. I'll just say, let's say the first 2 comments, let me know if you want one. I'll ship some out to you. I'd like doing some more giveaways. So, well, I think that does it for now. Getting a little emotional. It's been a great time in here, but it's time to move on. So until I see you again next time, happy glow forging.